What's good? This is JBB representing SPD, and that is sportsperDiem.com. Yes, the Chicago Bears offense sucks balls. They lose again against the Kansas City Chiefs. They only scored 3 points. And it's quite funny because this is the Bears home finale, or it was the Bears home finale. And they scored 3 points just like they did opening kickoff the first week of the season against the Green Bay Packers. Also in prime time. With all these expectations coming into the season, the Bears scored 3 points, and who knew that that would have been the story of this whole Bears season? Chris Collinsworth said some stupid shit last night. I don't really care for the broadcasting team. Chris Collinsworth said something about Allen Robinson. And I just want to touch on this real quick. He said Allen Robinson would be so much better in the Kansas City Chiefs offense, comparing him to Sammy Watkins and McCole Hardman. Are you that fucking stupid? You got this fucking football outsiders or whatever the fuck you got, whatever analytical shit you got, and you say some stupid shit like that? Allen Robinson is better than those guys with one fucking arm. Allen Robinson is a top 10 receiver in this league right now, at least. And it's disappointing that he has 1 year left on this contract, right? The Bears need to lock this guy up if he wants to stay. But all signs indicate that he's willing to stay on this team. But with the quarterback that we have, with the quarterbacks that he's had his whole career, Allen Robinson is that good to still be a productive player for this team, to still be a productive player in this offense. Like, man, this offense fucking sucks. The play calling has sucked. The quarterback has sucked. The offensive line has sucked. It sucked bad all fucking season. But Allen Robinson, he has some bad games here and there. But Allen Robinson has been the steady, calming, consistent force on this fucking offense. But yeah, for us Bears fans, it sucks to see Patrick Mahomes be so successful. To see Deshaun Watson being so successful and watching our guy, Mitch Trubisky, who I had faith in. I say this shit all the time. He made me look like a fucking fool for believing in him. But I did. And some of it was blind hope, but a lot of it wasn't. I saw what he did last season, and I thought he had a pretty solid season. He didn't throw 50 touchdowns like Mahomes, but he had a solid season. And going into his second season under Matt Nagy in this offense, he would be better. But hey, I was wrong. Me and a lot of other people were wrong. Unfortunately for Ryan Pace, he was wrong. Because I can be wrong. You listen to this shit right now, you can be wrong. For somebody like Ryan Pace, you can't be wrong that much, especially on a quarterback, because it can very well cost you your job. Unless you John Paxson with the Chicago fucking Bulls, if you're in a higher up position and you fail, you will lose your job. But as I was saying, Ryan Pace fucked up. And I'm glad he was there witnessing this shit. I'm glad the cameras caught him witnessing greatness, witnessing what he could have had in Patrick Mahomes and seeing what he does have in Mitch Trubisky. And for those who think Mitch Trubisky will be better with Kansas City if the roles were reversed and Pat Mahomes would be an average quarterback, nah, bro. He may not have thrown for 50 touchdowns last year, but guess what? He would have still been pretty damn good because he's just a better overall quarterback than Mitch Trubisky. Period. But the Bears lose again, man. The defense tried, Khalil Mack had a solid effort, but they couldn't stop Pat Mahomes in this Kansas City offense. Not that much, at least. The real problem is the offense, like it's been all season long. This offense fucking sucks. People talk about the defense. The defense take a step back. The defense ain't that good anymore. The defense is only giving up like 18 points a game. Then on the flip side, your offense is scoring like 17 points a game. only ahead of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. Those are the only two offenses that put up less points than the Chicago Bears. When are we going to have a fucking decent offense? And you hear I said decent. Just be decent for a few years in a row. Can they do that? It's crazy that somebody of my age can relate to somebody, let's say a 15-year-old kid, or let's say a 45-year-old man, or a 50-year-old, 60, 70, 80, 90-year-old person. We can all relate that we have never really had a fucking offense for as long as we fucking lived watching this team. And then to put salt in the fucking wound, you have an opportunity to draft a great quarterback, a couple of great quarterbacks. You know, Pat Mahomes is the best of the bunch, but Deshaun Watson is pretty good as well. But you pass both of these guys up to draft Mitch Trubisky. It's either something that Mitch said or what other people were telling Ryan Pace about Mitch Trubisky. It had to be. Because if you just look at it on the surface, just look at what they did in college. You can't tell me that you saw that much more Mitch Trubisky than you saw in Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. You can't tell me you saw more in Mitch than you did in those guys when you evaluated on who you were going to select for your quarterback with that first round selection. You can't tell me you saw more in Mitch. But it sucks, and it was another annoying loss, another disappointing loss in prime time for the Chicago Bears. You know, you got Kansas City laughing at the Bears. You got Kansas City field goal kicker double doinking. Pat Mahomes laughing about it. He don't even care. He like, shit, that's all good. We'll make that up later on anyway. But you got these guys mocking you. You got the announcers mocking your team, mocking the franchise. That's horrible. It ain't a good look. And speaking of looks, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna have to bring in some guys, man. They're gonna have to change the look up on this fucking offense. They're gonna have to bring in some offensive line help. They have to definitely bring in some quarterback competition for Mitch. That's for sure. You need to bring in some guy, not a Chase Daniel ass motherfucker. You need to bring in somebody who has started in the league. Somebody that they may be a free agent, or maybe you can make a trade for them. Hopefully you can afford them. But you need somebody who can push Mitch Trubisky for the starter role. Because even he knows it. Even going into this season, he look at Chase Daniel like, oh, he ain't taking shit away from me. I don't got nothing to worry about, you know. I could throw 12 interceptions in the game and I'll still be starting. He ain't had no fucking pressure on him. But now you, Ryan Pace, I know you in love with Mitch Trubisky. You're gonna live and die with this motherfucking guy because your job depends on it. But at the end of the day, this team needs to win. And you need to find the best fucking option in succeeding with that. Thankfully, there's one game left next week in Minnesota against the Vikings, and we could close the book on this damn team and this damn season. But I'm done. Like the video and share the video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.